Red 2 standing by, all for lit, and in the green, welcome back to Pokemon Emerald version. We are about to set out onto Route 101 and catch Pokemon. Let's go! Not that one. Alright, Poochyena, what do you got? So, I probably can't really beat the crap out of them too much. Just gotta hope it all works out right. Crap. Oh well, let's try that again. Because I don't want to get too strong for them. Wurmple, okay. Rightio. Pound. Now, Absorb should be not very effective. Yep, that should do. Now, our early game Bug could be a good crutch character against Brawly, but I do want to try and keep a good team for the long term. Still, could be worth trying out. We need a few other Pokemon to help with Roxanne, and we don't really have good counters for rock types just yet. There we are, we caught a Wurmple. Wurmple, the worm Pokemon. It sticks to tree branches and eats leaves. The thread it spits from its mouth, which becomes gooey when it touches air, slows the movement of its foes. We could give Wurmple a nickname. I don't know what it's going to wind up turning into. So, let's see. Alright, there we go. So, I probably won't nickname everything. Turn of the Wurmple, the worm turns. Let's find our other two Pokemon. Well, there's Poochyena, so that's good timing. Alrighty, we absorb a little bit. That should get us in the range. I think Poochyena, I'm not sure if they look exactly like hyenas. They're a bit more like wolves. What exactly are they inspired by? Oh, that's rude. You know, I kind of miss the mechanics. The catching mechanics in the first game were jank as heck. But they did have something really cool, namely, the fact that you, as I mentioned back in Project Ghastly, they'd make one catch check. Did you catch it? Yes or no? Then, if you didn't catch it, only then did they check how many rocks it made. Anyway, Poochyena is the bite Pokemon. It savagely threatens foes with bared fangs. It chases after fleeing targets tenaciously. It turns tail and runs, however, if the foe strikes back. I don't really intend to use Poochyena. So I don't know. I probably should try and nickname it. You know what? It's trying its hardest to be a little guard dog, so, there we are, our little not quite guard dog. The reason Draug is named that is because his name is guard backwards. And it's the same in the Japanese version as well. They just decided to keep the pun. It kind of works. But yeah, the original Fire Emblem, never got around to bringing it to the channel, but geez, it's jank as all get out. Like, it's interesting, but you realize just how crummy the mechanics were. And it's, like, you can tell that they're almost there with this. It's like, they're so close. It's almost just 100% right. But there's just a few little things they need to fix up, and you know everything's going to be fine. It's a fantastic game, still just teetering on the verge of greatness. But I do think it is great. Because, like, it's got some of the best post-game content in the series. Like, okay, what I said... Well, first off, we read Zigzagoon's Pokedex entry. The tiny raccoon Pokemon. Rubbing its nose against the ground, it always wanders about back and forth in search of something. It is distinguished by the zigzag footprints it leaves. I'm probably not going to use Zigzagoon, because I have successfully used a Linoon in a challenge before, but yeah, not that fussed. Anyway, as I said, I do like the majority of the redesigns. I love the Dex Nav, I love super training, and soaring is just really what flying should have been in the first place. But I'm not as fond of the fact that so much of it is just the same. I'm not quite as fond of the... I'm not as fond of the post-game. Like, as far as Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire go, I genuinely dislike the post-game. Because they'd made everything pretty much accessible for the battle frontier so well. It was so much easier to train your Pokemon and prepare for everything, and then all of a sudden, they take that away from you. You don't even get the option. Which was so frustrating. You're just stuck with the Battle Maison, which is basically the Battle Tower. It's like, yeah, it's good, but... And... yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't hit right, and... I do not, at all, like the Delta episode. It just did not land right for me in the slightest. I'm not particularly fond of Zinnia, so... I mean, I'm never going to stop anybody else liking her, it's just that I don't like her as a character. Which... she just always came off as really smug and arrogant and abrasive. And she's pinning everything on the fact that she is the only person who's actually right and can solve the problem. Only for it to all spectacularly blow up in her face and we'd all be dead if it weren't for the fact that we've conveniently got the meteorite and we can control Rayquaza. I really did not like dealing with her. I didn't like the redesign of the Sky Pillar. Crap, I really should have read that. I was too busy ranting. But yeah, not a fan at all of the Delta episode. It was a pain in the butt trying to catch Deoxys. Now we can talk to this guy. Well, I finished sketching the footprints of a rare Pokemon. But it turns out they're only my own footprints. You dork, how do you not realize what shoes you're wearing? Twit. Anyway, we can find ourselves some Pokemon here. We can add a couple of new ones. I'm probably not going to push things too high in terms of my level just yet. I'll probably need to do some training off screen. But yeah, I just feel that with the amount of content it has, the way this looks, like, I'll also point out the revamped secret bases were alright. But, like, the PSS was just a strong point of Generation 6 in general. That was something really good. but it wasn't necessarily unique to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I think, like, it's the presentation of this. The fact that I like the sprite work a lot more, for one thing, because the 3D models were great, but they're not that animated. It's a bit of a problem I have. Like, they're simple in Stadium and Stadium 2, and indeed in Colosseum because there are quite a few holdovers. But they're so much more expressive. Admittedly, that's a problem with the later games in general. But yeah, the model work is impressive, but I like how expressive the sprite work can be. Sure, there were some flubs, like making Sneasel entirely the wrong colour, but there's just something I love about this. Yes, there are some other Pokemon. I need to see what actually does appear here, to see if I can get Seedot or Lotad, whichever one it is. Oh, it is Lotad. You don't get, what's its thing? I don't think you get Seedot anyway. But yeah, Lotad was one of the ones I was looking for. I'll consider using it. Let's see. Yep, good range. Now we can go in for the catch. Yeah, just something about this kind of hits right. I don't think Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are crap. It's just that I feel like there's a bit more life and character to this one somehow. I mean, it just seems to sit right, as I said. Anyway, Lotad, the waterweed Pokemon. This Pokemon lives in ponds with clean water. It is known to ferry small Pokemon across ponds by carrying them on the broad leaf on its head. So, we will consider using Lotad. Let's see. I don't know, Freddy just popped into mind. So I can probably work on Freddy a little bit, because I'm not really continuing with my starter. Yeah, I just feel there's a whole lot of little things, that both games have their perks. Now, there are certain technological developments that the remakes definitely benefit from, and I definitely put that out there. But I genuinely do think there's something stronger to this in the better content, the better presented story. I think overall the better presentation, even if the sprite work is a little simple in some senses. As far as the overworld goes anyway, I still think it's got a lot going for it. I like the design of the overworld in these games, compared to just something doesn't quite sit as well about the presentation for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire on a personal level, because it's trying a little too hard to replicate the feel of these games. And it just sort of, it doesn't let itself be polished as well, in a sense. Some things look good, some things don't. So, yeah, I just prefer this one. And another big point I'm also going to wind up putting out there, I do need to try and find a route, which is why I'm running around rambling, because I do want to catch that and get it out of the way. I'm not using it for the record. Is that I just do not like Wallace's redesign. I can't stand it, because I think it looks really, really tacky. Like, yes, Wallace is flamboyant. I don't mind a bit of flamboyance, but I just genuinely don't think the outfit works for him. Or can I not catch routes? I know it's really hard to find, It's like a 5% chance or something. But yeah, I just don't like Wallace's design on account of the fact I do, as I said, feel it's really, really tacky. Like, as I said, I don't mind him having a bit of flair. I don't mind it if he does sort of want to come across as that flamboyant, energetic, however he wants to. It's just I think the outfit itself would look bad on anyone. I'd much prefer the style he has in these games, because it's still showy and a bit flashy, like that nice long flaring cape. But it also ties into the fact that he's an artist. Like, it's showy, but it's understated. To borrow a line from MASH, it's tasteful without being gaudy. The other one, like, it stands out so much, like it feels like he should be at a hen's night. And it just clunks so badly when you consider that almost everyone else had really, really, really good redesigns. Interestingly, with the exception of Phoebe and Drake, who just had things polished up a little bit because their designs were perfect the first time around. Like, Phoebe just looks cute, and there's something badass about Drake. Like, he just looks tough, like that hardened sailor type who's been through a hell of a lot. He's tough, he's experienced, he's ready to kick ass. Ralph only has growl. I will be careful. I thought I'd got a crit then. Oh dear. So, let's wrap things up and then we can finally get going on our adventure. Now, my team is all male so far, which is interesting. There we go. I'll go back and heal and then we can actually battle the trainers on here. You've heard me ramble, but we've got a full team. Ralts, feeling Pokemon. A Ralts has the power to sense the emotions of people and Pokemon with the horns on its head. It takes cover if it senses any hostility or what people will do to it when it evolves. Rightio, so we've got our full team. So Freddy is a bit of overlap. I can train Freddy up later, maybe after the first gym. We'll have Gex see us through the first gym. Or I could just do a lot of work off screen. But I might catch a few more Pokemon in Petalburg Woods. We can use Slackoth. There's Tailo around, but I'm trying to use some different Pokemon. I will probably try using Turner a little bit. So we can actually... So I'll get some experience into Turner with switching out. I don't know if this has got the batteries and things like that being dead. Alright, I'm an official Pokemon trainer. We are facing the equivalent of Youngster Joey. Youngster Calvin, who has a Poochyena at level 5. So we might as well get some... I keep forgetting I've been playing... I think Pokemon is up there in Gold version. I've been working on the Centric sequel too much. I'm glad that's done. I hope you've actually enjoyed that, because it took a lot of work to get that done. It was a big effort, but I'm glad I got it done. And it's whiffed. So, we will steadily drain it of its energy. Yeah, that's doing much more damage. Nice, and we should be able to pound for the knockout. First battle down. Well, Gex is almost leveled up, that's good. And there we are. Strongly should have told me before. I'm not legally required to disclose that, am I? Alright, Bugcatcher. I mean, I don't have to go around wearing a sign on my face or something that says, I am strong. It's a wormhole. I'm going to be doing that a lot. So, Zigzagoon still has pickup. But the items we can find will actually be determined by a specific table based on level. It's not like the original Ruby and Sapphire, where you actually got random items that could be like nuggets, you could get hyper potions, you could get rare candies if you had enough patience. It was jank as all hell, and it was great. That was something. Hold on. Drop the controller. There we are, Gex is level 9. What do we got, Gex? Decent special defense. So, nothing new yet. Another wormhole. So we'll put Turner back in. Might be worth leveling up Zigzagoon a touch. Wormhole used tackle. So yeah, we'll just have Turner as our start and get a few levels into Turner. Because then at least we've got one decent Pokemon, and I'll put some time into Freddy as well. So yeah, if I intend to use the Pokemon, I will probably be nicknaming them. Yeah, not using routes. Because I did like Gardevoir a lot. It's still a very good Pokemon. But it just always feels awkward using it, you know what I mean? There's always that little... It's like Vaporeon fans. Like, I feel so sorry for Vaporeon fans. At least nobody's looking to do anything weird with my man Alakazam. I don't know, maybe hang out, have some ice cream, get some moustache wax. Oh, kid, sneezing, I understand. My sinuses go ballistic. I hate hay fever. Or I've got a perpetual sinus infection. One of the two. I bit my tongue. We get our Oran berries, which are blue. So, Oran berries restore 10 HP. Pecha berries heal poisoning. So we can plant those, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. Now, you. I think the in-game time only well, an antidote, not too bad. I will give Turner a berry to hold. And it's time for you to set out on your own. Let's see what we can do. Just all the beginnings, really. Youngster Alan. Let's go, Turner. I've got faith. Zigzagoon's not... Oh, this could be a long one. Very nice. We're the ones that miss. Oh, well. Oh, I don't want to talk too much about luck. I've been dealing with Mario Party. Turner does not have enough power. Yeah, and the gods decided to forsake me. It was an awful time, and the mini board Mad Dash just reminded me why there are so many crap design decisions. Like, okay, I think there are some good ideas in Mario Party 4, but they are all executed terribly. I have played Mario Party games where I've been bothered and irritated. I've had bad moments, but I don't think I've ever had a game where I have just been broken down in frustration, slow, agonizing frustration over a long time. Oh, nice. What is Turner's nature? Okay. Modest. Well, it kinda helps if I get Dustox. So Turner's modest. Gex we know about. Drowk has a mild nature, which ups its special attack. Scarlet's naughty. And Wingull is hardy. Freddy is rash. Rain Dish, not bad, not bad. Like, rash isn't great, because Ludicolo's special defense is its best stat. But I'll live with that. We will live with that. Our buddy Freddy will do the job. Yeah, I thought it had Peg. But we should two-shot. And anyway, I could just mug Pokemon for Absorb. There we go. We don't really get a lot, but we get enough. Youngster Alan is beaten. And we're close to the end of the episode. We've got other trainers we can battle over here. Do we go this way? I probably just do the switch in. And we might as well just wrap the episode up with this. And then we can proceed in the next one. Though I'm probably resting my voice for a bit because I was yelling so much in Mario Party 4. Like, as I said, it's so frustrating because of all the really bad mechanics. Like, when you get annoyed at luck, that's fine. It winds up bouncing back. But let me tell you something. I hated the fact that there were Bowser spaces in Miniboard Mad Dash. Because the entire aim of the game, or that particular board, is to get 100 coins. Or to get the most coins. This is a problem. Because all of a sudden you can lose a Bowser minigame and lose half or all of your coins. And the only way to get any kind of Mega Mushroom is to buy the Super Mega from the shop. It's so dumb. It's just... You can actually be locked out of the game. Like, if you lose all your coins in a Bowser minigame, you are done for. And it just felt like the absolute final straw in a game which seems like it has so much potential, but horrible design decisions. I mean, just thinking about it infuriates me. It was that bad. So I'm playing Emerald to relax, but my voice is a bit sore. So we're getting there. Come on, Turner. Maybe one more? Yep, there we go. Well done. Might do a little bit of training off screen. Turner is level 6. Well done, well done. So we can wind things up here for the next one. Thank you very much for joining me. Wait, there is an item down here. A potion. Handy. Anyway, tuck ourselves just in here. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2, returning to base.